This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Frank Smith. Frank, a brilliant night here in Texas, some brilliant fights. Just work our way through. Pacquiao-Garcia and Garcia-Vargas. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, great fight. I thought that Garcia-Vargas won the first 3 of the first 4 rounds. Then, as he got into the middle rounds, got put down. But great fight between the two guys. Garcia showed how skilled he is, and how he belongs in the welterweight division. Garcia-Vargas showed what a fighter he is as well. So great fight, and both of those guys have come out very strongly from that fight. I think Garcia-Vargas now decide what he wants to do, whether he wants to go to 154. Garcia, some huge options at 147 for him.
That Manny Pacquiao fight that was discussed earlier, how realistic is that, and especially in Saudi? Because I know last time when the AJ Ruiz fight happened in Saudi, you was heavily involved in that. You was out in Saudi quite a lot. Have you had discussions on your own with anybody out in Saudi?
I think that's definitely something that's being looked at. So hopefully that's something we can make happen. We're working with the Skill Challenge in Saudi. We had a great relationship with them for the Joshua fight, and we're looking forward to doing plenty more shows out there this year and in the coming years as well. So, that's a big fight. So let's see. Hopefully we can make something like that happen.
Let's just work our way through tonight's card. Garcia, unfortunately losing to Chocolatito. That for me was obviously a disappointing one. First person I ever interviewed in boxing, someone I have a brilliant relationship with. But Chocolatito, rolling back the years, a brilliant performance. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I thought it was the perfect, prior to the fight, I thought it would be the perfect time for Garcia for Chocolatito. Fair play to him. He went in there, did what he needed to do. Garcia, I think, he's got a review now what he wants to do. I think probably move up in weight. Or take the rematch, but he's had a great career. Britain's longest ever reigning world champion, and like you say, someone who you're close to. That's someone I sort of came through with, took him for his medicals at the start, so have a very close relationship with him. So it was tough to see him take the loss tonight, but I think he'll go away from this, probably learnt a lot in there tonight, and come back stronger.
Julio Cesar Martinez, victorious over Jay Harris. What did you make of his performance as well? On the 109 scorecard, bit of controversy there.
Yeah, terrible that scorecard, absolutely terrible. Jay Harris, before we go on to Martinez, Jay Harris, what a fighter. He got a lot of people question whether he should have been in there before this, but he showed that he deserves to be at that level of the sport. So, props to him for going in there, and he's got a big career ahead of him. He stuck in there. I thought early on it was going to be really tough, but he stuck in there and he really gave it his all. Martinez, great young fighter. I'm sure he's still got more to learn and more growing to do, but you can see he's a tough bastard.
And then obviously moving on from that one and on to Joseph Parker. First time in the ring for a while, obviously on the back of a Spider Boy. Maybe a little bit anxious to make a statement after this time out. What did you make of his victory over Shawndell Winters?
Yeah, I thought he did really well. I thought he looked great, especially with that time out the ring. He's supposed to box in October, hasn't boxed since June last year. So he came back in there. He looked really strong. Shawndell Winters was a tough guy. Took a lot of his shots, but great finish to that. And that's what he needed, a big finish like that. His June fight, he didn't get the finish in there. So yeah, he needed to go in there and impress, and I think he did. And now it's time for him to step back up into those top 10 fights. I know Eddie said to you just a minute ago about looking at New Zealand. That's definitely something we want to look at doing. But there's huge fights out there for him, and as we know, it's an exciting time for the heavyweight division.
And finally, Israel Madrimov, another brilliant performance. Excited about him.
Sensational. He's definitely got something about him. He's so exciting to watch. Even for the people who don't really, who are sort of in and out. Some people come to watch other fighters, but he really got the crowd going. And he's got a lot more to come. So early on in his career, he's going to have a very exciting career.
Well, Frank, we will leave it there now because I know you both were about to leave, and I've collared you and just trapped you in the corner there. But I appreciate you hanging around. And thanks to Boxing Social throughout the week. I'll see you back in the UK.
Thanks for coming, mate. See you in Manchester.
Manchester it is.
Cheers, mate.
Nice one. Cheers, Frank.